Okay.
Michael, got to ask you real quick. Number one, we're glad you're part of this, okay? We're calling it the Summer Rumble 2012, and glad you could be here. Your daughter's all over the news lately. Can we talk about that real quick? Like, how's she doing, man? What's going on?
Well, she's doing really well. I mean, I think everyone can see that she's on set all the time. She's getting great reviews for her performances. And not only that, I mean, she had a horrible accident the other day. She could have died. I mean, you saw the car. And she gets to the hospital, and she should have stayed in. And right away, they start slamming her. But she AMAs on the hospital and goes to the set just to prove herself. And now today, look at what they're doing today. They said that there was an open container in her car of alcohol. It wasn't in her car. They picked up the debris on the side of the road, and they put all the debris in the car, and then they corrected themselves and said, well, the policeman said that it was part of the debris on the side of the road. Lindsay climbed out of the car and went to her car. She didn't throw anything on the side of the road. These people twist anything to make it look bad.
Wow.
So there was no
that's
vodka
a lie. So
in
that's
the
a
trunk.
lie. You're telling us, because I haven't heard that. I've heard the open container. We talked about it yesterday. That's a big fat lie. They're making Lindsay Lohan, your daughter, look bad.
Well, not only that, I mean, when she was at the hospital, they gave her a toxicology test immediately, and she didn't have any drugs or alcohol in the system. So why would they say there was an open container in the car?
Yeah, Shila.
That's what we were asking that question. Like, why would you carry an open container of vodka in the trunk? And we didn't have an answer for that.
No, it's ridiculous. Come on. I know for a fact I was out there for the entire week for my birthday in April. I stayed with Lindsay. We spent all our time together, and she was perfectly fine. She conducted herself the right way. A woman even threw a drink in her face, and it was one thing after another. She's been very, very good and on the right track.
Very, very quickly, though, I do comment on this a lot. Why, if she's supposed to remain sober and be in this whole sobriety track, why does she continue to go to bars and put herself in these situations?
Well, you know what? I agree with part of that, absolutely. But the night that she did go to Smoke and Mirrors, a lot of these people do business, believe it or not, out in L.A. over lunch. Damon will tell you that. It's never in an office unless it's to sign a contract or meet a bunch of people. But when directors and producers are out at night, they say, come on down, sit and let's talk. And that night that she was at Smoke and Mirrors, she was with a director, and they sat there in a private setting where it was a lot more quiet, and she talked to him, and we left. Unfortunately, when she was leaving, there was a woman that was standing there, and she started talking to me, and she put her arm around me, and because it was a little bit loud, and she started to whisper in my ear, and Lindsay stood up and said, excuse me, that's my father. And she goes, and the girl looked at her, and she goes, your father? Are you kidding me? You're at a club with your father? And Lindsay said something to her, and the girl threw a drink in her face. And that was a bad thing. Not a good idea, because Lindsay wasn't happy with that, but I grabbed her and pulled her away, and that was the end of the night.
Michael Lohan, I got to take a quick break, but it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Can't wait to see you and meet you in person. Summer Rumble 2012, Octomom.